It's in the codes.
We are recording, people.
Done. Okay. So.
I know that there were people tagged, so it's going to see. It's 9:03. See if anyone else hops on. If not, that's all right. We're just going to roll with it. Oh, no. I think that Brittany's having some technical difficulties
here. All right.
Keep losing her.
All right. Well, we're recording. She can catch up. So what are we going to talk about tonight?
All right. Do you want me to put us off here?
I think I do. If
All
that's
right.
okay.
All right, so we have obviously joined for the Triumphantly Abundant group, and you have been in there and had the time to check it out. Hopefully you've noticed the albums that we've been adding to and are still planning to add to. And I know that some people had asked questions. Well, that's a lot of information, but the point is you don't have to go through all the albums at once. And whether you're a coach restarting and relaunching your business, the albums are a great place to start because we're laying it out. Start at the beginning, start fresh, and focus on your journey, launch a business again. I mean, you can do that. That's kind of the beauty of this. I think I've relaunched my business way too many times, but it's all good. Like isn't that just life and our health journey and everything? So the nice part is, as you add coaches to your team, which you are all going to do, I have every confidence. I know that you all are trying to rebuild. I know a lot of coaches in here are trying to add coaches to their team, rank up, reclaim their rank, and just share. I mean, share our amazing team. Now you don't have to feel like you have to reinvent the wheel. You don't have to, I'll just be honest, and I know Elizabeth feels the same way. Doing coach trainings monthly is probably one of the most frustrating things I've ever tried to do as a coach. I think that there's nothing that has sucked my joy quite as quickly as that. And not even that I mind training coaches, because I love it, but just trying to keep up with everybody and everyone gets behind, which is totally fine because I want it to be at your own pace. I want it to be self-paced because we're not all on the same schedule. I mean, I didn't wash my hair for 10 days. I'm sure some of you do better than that. But seriously, I told Elizabeth a few days ago, oh yeah, I've got these things. Well, I finally got to it yesterday. That's just life, and we get that. We're momming so hard over here, we know.
Can I just say that this group was supposed to be up February 1st, and I think I got it up March 2nd.
And that's just the truth of it. And so trying to drag people through a 30-day training in 30 days, it's not working. It wasn't gelling. It felt like, well, I've got people now that are ready to fly, but I have to wait till the beginning of our coach training. Well, I'll just add them in. And it was just so overwhelming when we can, my internet connection is unstable. Hold out on me, man. We can have the information there. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Am I okay now?
I'm going to All right. I'm going to claim host. Okay.
Okay. All right.
Oh, you're back. You claim the host. I just claimed host because I thought you were gone.
No, it's fine. Am I back now? Sorry. I don't know what's wrong with my internet. Ah!
You're fine. You're good.
Okay. So it can be very frustrating, but here, when you sign up a new coach, you need to know what are they sent in the first 30, and we've actually put some of that in the albums for you, and you can plug them into Triumphantly Abundant, and you can show them the albums and say, this is where you start. We have a whole post in there that's about launching your business. Read through that so that you can confidently help your coach launch their business. Give them examples. There is so many things that we're trying to throw into there that they can go and learn and take and then go from there. And we don't have to do this. Yeah.
Can I just say, also, so just quickly, in terms of knowing how to get your coaches started right, the email that Team Beachbody will send should have most of the information that they need to get started right. Your job as a coach when you're bringing people onto your team is to connect with them and see any questions that they have, make sure that they're in the group, and point them to the New Coach Basics album. That album is so simple, and we tried to streamline everything so that this is just the basics of what you need to know to run a successful business. This is not going to be a PhD program of how to be a coach, because you don't need a PhD in coaching to be a successful. Like, I literally know nothing about Instagram. Zero. I have not posted on Instagram in like 2 years. And like, I hear people asking me about Instagram who have not run a single challenge group. And I'm like, sweetie pumpkin pie, not worry your pretty head about Instagram when you have a neighbor who needs to lose 30 pounds and needs a friend to help them. Like, So in terms of getting started right, look at the people, bloom where you're planted. We did not mean for everything in our group to be like to answer every single question that you would ever have about coaching, because there's YouTube and Google, but it really should cover the basics to just get you out there and get your business started and get you to a level of success where you're going to need, when you need to know the next thing, you're going to know, all right, it's time for me to know the next thing. And you're going to know where to find it. Like, I know what I need to do as a coach to know the next thing. I know I probably need to figure out Instagram sometime. But seriously, like, I'm doing fine keeping up with the people I have now and growing them. So I'm like, okay, well, I'll get to it when I get to it. So for those of you who are worried about bringing people on, or you're a brand new coach and you're like, well, I can't run a group until I understand Instagram. No, that's not true. That's not true. It's just
I had a new coach that I just talked to her this morning, made sure she'd done those first things. And she was asking me, do I start a like page? And I said, you know what? You need to find one person to help. Start your journey. You're doing 80-day obsession. Start sharing your journey and find one person to help. And she said, yeah, I've got some ladies at work. She doesn't need a like page. She needs to start talking to those ladies at work.
Yes. What the danger is, and I talked to one of my new coaches about this too. Here's what the danger of social media is. Social media allows you to feel like you are working really hard because you just spend 2 hours putting up a like page, putting up your pictures, figuring out URLs, figuring out how to link the like page to your Team Beachbody page. You feel like you just worked a lot. And in that 2 hours, 3, 4, 5 hours, depending on how good you are with technology, you could have talked to 5, 10, 20, 30 people that you actually know in real life. You could have put one thing on your Facebook page or your Instagram, if you have it, that people that you actually know would see and connect with. But you think that the people you know today are not good enough to help, so you have to go find people. And the fact of it is that you probably know somebody, at least one person today, maybe more, who needs your help today. And they like you. How do I know they like you? Because they're friends with you on Facebook. And you don't have to pay any money, $0, to connect with that person or discover that person, because they're already friends with you and they already want your help. So I feel like social media is a beautiful thing, but people so quickly want to run to social media to start building their business, and they neglect to even announce their business to people that they already know. And then in a month they get really discouraged because they're like, oh, well, my neighbor just signed up as a coach with somebody else, or she got a challenge pack for somebody else. Do they even know that you were coaching? Well, no, because they didn't see your page that you spent hours building. And maybe neighbor wasn't for you, and that's okay. But you want to make sure that you're really spending time developing the people who already know and love you. That's the thing. People already know and love you. Danielle is one of my very best coaches. She's a very dear friend, and she's a business partner of mine. I didn't discover her through social media. I discovered her because, oh goodness. How do we say it? You're my sister.
My kids ask me all the time. Okay. Sister-in-law twice removed. I don't know. No.
What does that make us? Nothing. So
But everything.
her husband is my sister-in-law's brother.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't even know. But exactly. And like my other very dear, one of my very best friend, Teresa, she's a friend of a friend. She was doing Insanity, and her friend was like, oh, my friend Elizabeth is a coach. You should go and like meet up with her. And like, I don't think she even bought Insanity from me. Maybe she did. She bought Shakeology from me. And like 8 years later, she literally is like my BFF for life. For life. She needs a kidney. She's entitled to one of mine. It's a law. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't need her because I built a great like page. You know, I don't know. When I met you guys, I didn't really know what I was doing. So for those of you who are new coaches, what's the point of this call? The point of this call is that you know enough, you are enough right now to help someone get started on their journey. And hopefully that like you getting them started is going to be enough for them to like blow past you on their journey. All you need to do is get them started. That's all. That's it. That's all you're there for.
Yeah.
You don't have to do everything for them. You don't have to have all the answers to all their questions. They'll figure it out. You can help them figure it out if you want to. It's just the start. It's just the start. It's like Casablanca. This is the start of a beautiful friendship. Ooh, we should do a movie. Ooh, teen movie night.
I love that. Oh, that'd be so fun.
It's so fun. All right. What else? What else, Fred? What else do you have to say? We have so many things coming up, guys. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
But not today.
Along those lines too of social media, I mean, I can just share. I've done. Can you guys hear me still? Okay. I've done Jesse Reagan's training, and I learned so much from it. But when I went exclusively, this is something I'm discovering right now. When I went exclusively to my like page, I lost all of these people who had wanted to be friends with me on Facebook and accepted a friend request from me. And now that I've been sharing on both and come back to my personal page, I have so many new people that had never seen my things before. And it's like they're getting to know me again for the first time. And I really felt sad that I had neglected those people that had chosen to be my friend on Facebook. They didn't just like me and follow me. And it's kind of been interesting to see that, because I do see, if you're at a certain point in your business, like I had, almost maxed out my friends. I had to go through and clear out. Like I've grown a lot from my personal page. And so starting a like page was helping me expand my network. But then I had all these people that were now neglected that I've been able to reconnect with, and it's been really cool. And I have a bunch of them doing 80-day obsession with me. Holla! So don't neglect those people. And that's one thing I'm realizing. Like, I think sometimes we have this great idea of going viral, and we've got to get that one post that catches everybody. And oh my goodness, she's out there and she's famous. But no, we just need to help that one person, right? It's that one person. To one point, you were that one person, and you still are. Okay, so find that one person. Sorry, I just really yeah, that's all.
I agree. What Danielle said, I agree with that. I concur. All right. Do we have anything else to say about this? We have some amazing things coming down the pipeline. I would say hopefully we'll start them in the month of April, because I feel like we need to get this group just nailed down and all of the information up for people, so that if you ever have a question or you're curious about the next level or you're ready to grow a little bit more, you know that you can go to an album and find it there. Or if you have a coach who's saying, I'm ready to be emerald or I'm ready to be diamond, you can point them to the album and say, okay, look through there. Let me know what questions you have.
Yeah.
I think we need to really get that nailed down before we start doing some amazing things, but we have some amazing things coming up.
And I think there's a value, and this is something that I remember from my own journey. I think there's a value in allowing coaches to ask questions, because I think sometimes, and I have been guilty of this, of just throwing up on my coaches all of this information, and it's overwhelming. I mean, you guys probably can just nod and say, yes, Danielle, you've done that to me. But really, like, depending on where you're at, it can be overwhelming if you're not ready for that information. But to have those albums there and to say these are resources, they're going to be like, okay, so I feel like I've got this. What's next? When they come to you, you know, okay, this person's ready to move on. This person's ready for this. This person's asking me questions. I think questions are the best thing in the world because that's how, you keep growing and keep moving on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep. All right. Anything else? We have bars coming out in April. Did you guys not? I just bought almost $100 worth of bars from Bulletproof. You know, the Bulletproof coffee people?
Yeah.
And it's got collagen because I'm going bald. So I need collagen, evidently. This is what I've been told. So I bought these bars. They're gross.
Oh.
I know. They're gross, but they're super clean and, you know, they're good enough. So I'm going to suffer through these. But I am so looking forward to the beach bars. I cannot wait. Super Saturday is coming up. I'm going to be doing a viral Super Saturday. My lips are so dry all of a sudden. I'll be doing a virtual Super Saturday. I don't even know. What's my name even? Virtual Super Saturday. I highly recommend if you're like, you know what, I could go in person, but I think I just want to stay home in my PJs and do it virtual. If you can go in person, I really recommend you do it. I really, really do. I'm kind of a hermit right now. I've got a 6-month-old. I have a 4-year-old. Like my husband's work right now is crazy. Just like, I don't know if you ever are curious why his work is crazy this time of year, but his fiscal year ends in March, at the very end of March. So for him, the first 3 months of the year are the end of their year. So they go bananas, like crazy. Am I muted? I don't know. Like, hold on. Oh, I don't know. It is weird. Danielle could hear me, right? Okay. I don't know. There was like a little red thing that said I was muted. I don't know. Anyway, so I understand if you can't get out on a Saturday because you're like, listen, my family life is so crazy the other 6 days of the week. I cannot take a Saturday. I just can't. You can't get blood from a stone. I get it. Stay home, sit in your pajamas, watch it with me. But if you're just like, really, I just don't feel like putting on my face. Yeah. Can you hear me? Are you good?
Oh, yeah, no.
Okay. You were just
because
like,
Heather popped on, so I was saying hi.
I thought you were like, Elizabeth, stop it. If you're just like, really, I just don't feel like putting on pants to go see the world today. Like, guys, put on your pants. Make them yoga pants. It doesn't matter. Go out to Super Saturday. Go meet your fellow coaches. Go try the beach bars. Go do a workout because there's usually, if you go to a big one, there's usually going to be a workout. It's worth it to go meet people who have a pulse, like the 3-dimensional kind of people. Go. So for the rest of us whose lives are just so cray-cray, I will always host. I'm going to go out on a limb. I'm going to say I'm always going to host a virtual Super Saturday for you because my life is that way. But like, don't use it as a cop-out to hide in your house. Really, please try to go meet the 2-dimensional kind of people, the flesh and blood people. They're worth meeting. And that's all I have tonight. Welcome to Triumphantly Abundant. Or be triumphant. Either way you do it.
I love it.
Oh, my dear.
It's gonna be fun. A fun adventure. Look at these. I love you all. You guys are amazing.
Yeah. Does anybody have questions? Any questions for us? So next week on our call, are we doing a sneak peek next week, or are we doing next week is sneak peek?
I'm pretty sure on the calendar it's the last Thursday of the month.
Do we have a calendar?
Well, no.
So in the calendar that is in Danielle's head.
Oh, wait a minute. What's today?
No clue.
There's 4. Hold on. 1, 2, 3. There's 5 Thursdays. No, it's not. So we can do an extra call this month.
All right. So next week, we're going to have another call. And our theme is Tall Mom Bun. And whoever has the tallest mom bun is going to win a prize.
Oh.
Oh, Danielle's like, challenge accepted.
I love prizes.
I've never seen, there's a movie. Is it Mame? Was it Mame? It was one movie, and like the woman had a bird cage in her hair. It was like Antoinette hair, and there was like a bird cage in the middle. Anybody who remembers what that? It was old. It was like from the 50s or 60s when they were first colorizing movies. Oh, I have to go find what that movie is, and I'm going to post it in the group, and the people who didn't call are going to be like, what is happening right now? But yeah, so like show up with the bird cage in your hair, you win. You win a prize.
Yeah, so no, the 29th will be just for like coming up. And I would say within the next week, you should really start recruiting. I mean, share several times in the next week about coaching. Just breadcrumb it. Tell people why you love it. Tell people about your relationships. Tell people what it's meant to you. And then start inviting before that, because we will probably have the group set up Wednesday. We'll start it Thursday. Friday, we'll have some of you volunteer to share your stories. So keep that in mind, because you know I'll be asking. And
so
then
Friday is that?
Friday the 30th.
The 30th.
Is where
so,
people will just go live on their time.
Okay. So, what is today? Today's the 15th, right? Yeah. Okay. So the 22nd we'll have a call. The 29th will be our sneak peek group. And we will eventually get the calendar out of our head and into the group. Sure.
How about for April? That was on my to-do list. Can you tell that I have been living under a rock this week?
You know what? I think there's a full moon somewhere. Somewhere there is.
We'll get something up so you guys can remember what's coming up, and you can plan to share in the coaching.
Yeah.
Coaching.
Breadcrumbs. Yep.
Okay.
I like it. So next week, there's a call. The theme, tall mom hair. The week after that, sneak peek group. We're going to special incentive April. We're want to do we're going to do a push, not a recruiting push, but an inviting push. Is that what we're doing?
Yeah.
Am I spilling beans too early?
Oh, I didn't hear you.
Am I spilling the beans on that too early?
Oh, share. I love it.
Yeah. We're going to be doing a special incentive in April. We want to get 100 invites to join our team. 100 invites. And I don't know, we're gonna do something big. We're gonna.
Here's the thing, I love this because I was talking to Elizabeth about it, because Allie has done her. We're gonna add 1,000 coaches or something to the team. And I was talking to Elizabeth. I love Elizabeth's perspective on this, because she said, okay, that's something that is hard, because if you're like, okay, well, I added one coach, well, then you feel like you did nothing, even though you invited tons of people. But you know what? You can control how many people you invite to this business. You cannot control the people that say yes. And I still find that I get frustrated by goals. I get frustrated by this and that. I can't control that they're going to say yes or no, but I can control if I invite them. And so that is, and I loved that. I was like, yes, Elizabeth, that's right. Because then we all have a measurable goal that we can go for together.
Right. That is actually, I'm trying to be very cognizant of that. And I really encourage you guys, if you're one of these people who's always starting something over, you're always on the wagon, off the wagon, you're always making big goals and then blah, 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 and then making big goals and blah, blah, blah. Try to focus your attention on the process and not the results. So instead of, for example, I'm going to lose 20 pounds, how about I'm going to do 100 workouts between now and April, whatever, like in the next 3 months, I'm going to do 100 workouts, or the next 3 months, I'm going to follow my meal 90% of the time. If you do that, then the results, the 20 pounds or whatever it is that you want to do, it will happen because you've taken the step. So if you want to add a bunch of coaches, then it will happen if you do a bunch of invites. Do you see what I'm saying? So make your goal the work and not the results. So the goal is we want to invite 100 people. So if, let's say 20% say yes, then do the math. What is that? 20 coaches to our team.
Oh, what?
That's fantastic. That makes me happy. Makes me super happy. So for you, you could say, hey, well, I will do 10 invites then. 10 invites. I'll do that. So I don't know. That's just me. It works well for me because, like Danielle said, I don't get frustrated and I don't get overwhelmed by how many people I need to talk to or whatever. It's just I'm just going to do my thing. I'm going to invite a bunch of people and, it keeps my energy really nice. Because then I don't freak people out with oh my gosh, I need you to make my number. Please. I said, you need to help me or else I'm going to miss my goal. who wants, that's like gross energy to have. So just like, yeah, you're in, you're out. I don't care. Either way, I've met my goal. So yeah.
I love it.
All right.
That's it.
Anything else?
I think we're good.
All right. I'm just gonna do weird things with my eyebrows until you cut the call.
Oh yeah, because am I the host, Elizabeth Demusi?
Oh, did I take it back? I did, because I thought you were gonna lose internet. But
we're both Elizabeth Demusi, so I don't know how that works.
I don't know, but it suddenly made my taxes a lot easier. Talk to the
Oh, all right, ladies, I will get this recording up. I'm actually going to start rendering it as soon as I get off because otherwise it'll take me forever. So I'm just going to do it, knock it out, get it done. All right.
All right.
Thanks.
Bye, guys. Thank you.
Bye, guys.
Bye, bye. Great.